Hey guys, my name is Neel and welcome to Neel Workshop Zone. So in this episode, we're going to be learning about the types of ERPs. So in our previous episodes, we talked a lot about business and how does business work and what is an ERP and how is it used, its advantages, etc. etc. So if you haven't checked it out, I recommend checking out those episodes. And if you're interested in something other than this, such as Python, Java, etc., any programming language related queries, then you can check out my previous videos which are about Java, Python, JavaScript, etc. etc. So without further ado, let's talk about the advantages of ERP. So like I said, I've talked about ERP and what it is in my previous video, but what are some of the main benefits of ERP? Because instead of using an ERP, why can't you just plan your business? Well, ERP has a lot of advantages. Some of the major ones include lower risk, because when you're working with an ERP and when you're working with a computer, the chances of errors, like few minute errors which might lead to some big problems, are very less, because a computer is much more systematic and much more likely to make errors when it's properly programmed than humans. It also has deeper insights, so sometimes you have to work a little hard, do a little bit of research to understand how a business is working in some specific terms. But when you're working with an ERP, a lot of the stuff becomes easier and faster for you to access. It also requires less IT, so you can spend less money hiring people and more money on other stuff, because this ERP itself can do a lot of work that the average human or the sales staff or some of the staff of the company does. There is also increased productivity, so that instead of using your resources, your human resources, for working on an ERP and not working on an ERP, I meant trying to do their own stuff and just working on the insights and the stuff that an ERP usually does. It usually takes up a lot of time, so by working on using an ERP, it actually reduces time, and those employees can actually work on something much more important. So these are some of the advantages of ERP. There's also that advantage of it having a lower risk, but yeah, those are some of the advantages of using an ERP. So now let's talk about the types of ERP, because there are different types of ERP. There is online, offline, cloud, etc. etc. So now let's talk about the types of ERPs. So there are many three types of ERPs. The first one is cloud ERP. So what is cloud ERP? Well, let me just remove this. So cloud ERP has a lot of advantages. The first thing is that it's now increasingly becoming the number one ERP that most people use. So it's becoming popular day by day and increasing its popularity. And what cloud ERP does is that this ERP is connected to the cloud and is brought as a subscription from the company. So if you have any maintenance checks or security checks or any checks, it's usually done by the program itself or by the company or by the publisher themselves, who are doing routine security checks and just maintenance stuff on the ERP. You don't need your company people to work on that. And it is becoming popular day by day, because again, like I mentioned, just the advantages of ERP, like increased productivity, lower risk, etc. So since it's connected to the cloud, there also won't be much problem for storage. So cloud ERP is actually now the most look forward to by companies when they're setting up an ERP. And this might become the most popular or the most used ERP soon, because this is really popular and has a lot of advantages compared to the remaining types of ERPs. Now, so we know that it's popular, we know that it's connected to the cloud, and we mostly know that it's very useful. So this is cloud ERP. And now let's talk about the second type of ERP, which is on-premise ERP. So what is on-premise ERP? Well, on-premise ERP is the traditional ERP It's the one that people have traditionally used for a long time. This ERP is usually located in one of your actual real life locations in your data center, for example. And what we do on-premise ERP is that it's offline. So usually the maintenance stuff and security checks and most of it and the ERP itself has to be taken care of by some of the employees who are working in the company. So that is on-premise ERP, where people in the company are actually working and trying to find out details, and not find out details, I mean just trying to maintain that ERP. So that is on-premise ERP, which is basically the alternative of cloud ERP, the traditional method, where it's actually located offline and it's not really taken care of by, it's not really an application or a package that you can buy or a subscription model. It's something that after you buy, it has to be taken care of by yourself, by the company, by setting up their own employees on the task. Third is hybrid ERP. It's also known as two-level ERP. So what is this hybrid ERP? Well, hybrid ERP is a mix of the both, as the name suggests. It usually is also connected to the cloud, and half of it is also worked on by the employees. Now, this is also a bit popular, but there isn't much to say about hybrid ERP except the fact that it's a mix of the first two. But this is basically about the types of ERPs that there are. It's really interesting. It is really interesting. So hope you enjoyed this short video. It's not short actually, but hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new videos. And that's all folks, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.